What is up, guys? Today we're going to be looking at the LG G7 and finding out, is this a phone that you could buy in 2020? So I got a lot of questions about this phone. Is it still good? And so if I was picking up this phone, I guess the question is, can I use this all the way until next year? And the answer, I think, is yes. I think this is still a solid phone for this sub $200 price point. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Hardware wise, I think this is still a pretty modern looking phone. It does not look old at all. You have the dual camera setup, fingerprint scanner, flash. On the side you have your Google Assistant button and volume rockers, power button over here. You've also got your headphone jack, which is awesome, USB-C, and a single firing speaker. And on the front, as you can see, we do have the notch, and we have kind of slim bezels, a little big chin here, but I think this phone still looks great for 2020. It just looks like any other little phone with a notch on it. Now this phone is IP68 water and dust resistant. It does have an IPS display, 6.1 inches, 1440p display, and it is always on, which is awesome as well. Now just to talk about the display a little bit more, watching 1440p for this sub $200 price point is excellent. I think it looks great. If you don't like the notch, there are other options like the Bolden one, which we will do a comparison later, but it's awesome. You won't have any problems with the display. I actually think you're getting more at this price point for that resolution. So if you just love high quality displays, this is going to be something to consider. The speaker on here is still one of my favorites. It is a single speaker, but it's very loud and has excellent quality. Very crisp and clear, and you do have Dolby Atmos on here to be able to equalize and do all that stuff, so that is excellent. And like I said, you have the headphone jack as well as the quad DAC on here, so audio experience is excellent on this device. Alright, so here's another thing to pay attention to. So this phone is Android 9. This most likely will not get Android 10. Now it won't get it from LG most likely, but it could get it from the hacking community, so check in on that and see if there's any progress. I will, but I doubt LG is going to push the update to this, but you do have the Snapdragon 845 and the Adreno 630. Another interesting thing, so this still has pretty good specs for an older phone. This phone has aged well playing games. I can pretty much play any game on high, as you can see, no problem. This does run Fortnite, PUBG, Call of Duty Mobile. It runs that all on high because the Snapdragon 845 is still very capable. So don't worry about gaming if you're considering getting this phone. This is actually one of the better gamings since you can do that on 1440p. At sub $200, you're getting an excellent deal in my opinion. Alright, so what about storage? So you get 64 gigs of storage, and you have micro SD support up to 1 terabyte, so you won't be tripping about storage. You have plenty of storage on this phone. 4 gigs of RAM. Now that's a concern for a lot of people, but a lot of the budget phones that I have 4 gigs of RAM. I think the Note 8 Pro, this one right here, has 6 gigs, so it'll be future proof for gaming. So 4 gigs of RAM, but I don't know the slowdowns with this particular model. I hear people saying, I get emails, hear people saying that the phone is kind of slow, but it might be applications. You might have to clean up your phone, do a fresh install. I've never experienced like any lag on this phone really. Now this phone has Bluetooth 5.0. It does have NFC for your mobile payments as well, and the fingerprint scanner on the back is very fast, as you can see, extremely fast. No problems at all. You do have face unlock if you want to do that too, and it works just as fast as the fingerprint scanner. So it has all the pretty much flagship stuff. You got the IP rating, all that stuff. It's got still got the modern flagship specs for under $200. So that's why I'm always pushing this phone. But do I recommend it over the Bolden one? I get a lot of questions about that, so we'll do that comparison tomorrow. Alright, so we do have a 16 megapixel standard and a 16 megapixel ultra wide that shoots in 2160p, along with an 8 megapixel selfie camera that shoots in 1080p, and just showing you the photos. As you can see, I think it still takes some excellent photos. It does get a little tricky outside with color accuracy sometimes. That's one thing that I've noticed. but overall it still takes excellent photos in my opinion. Now you do have fast charging up to 18 watts, and you do have wireless charging as well on this phone, which is awesome. Now you do have a 3000 milliamp battery, which will get you around, I think, 7 hours battery life on here, screen on time, which is great for most people. That's about a day of battery life, no problem. So you know, that is one of the drawbacks. The battery is a little small, but like I said, it will get you through a day, no problem. So as you can see, this is still a very capable device. I think the only drawbacks with this phone is probably the notch. I know a lot of people don't like that, including myself, but you know, I could easily use this as my flagship because of the everything else you get with this phone, and also software updates. So that's also a concern as well. But you know, like I said, there could be a port to Android 10 from the hacking community. But what do you guys think? Would you guys pick an LG G7 up for 2020? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.